Right now, marketing is smack in the middle of not one, but two massive revolutions. The first is completely changing how we search for information. And the second one, which is maybe even bigger, is changing who or what actually makes our purchasing decisions.
So just think about it for a second. When you want to buy something or look up a service, what's the first thing you do? For years, the answer was a no-brainer. But now, everything is changing, and it is changing incredibly fast. And this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way. You hit up a search engine, get a bunch of links, click around, compare a few things, and then finally buy. But the new way? You just ask a chatbot a question. You get one direct answer, and you go straight to the purchase. That whole middle part, the part where brands have spent billions of dollars on websites and ads, is being completely bypassed. Okay, so let's dive into revolution number one. We're moving very quickly into a world where people can learn everything they need to know without ever visiting a single company website. AI chatbots are becoming the new gatekeepers. Now, what's really interesting here is that we have hard data to back this up. A major study from researchers at London Business School and UCLA found that after people start using ChatGPT, their regular online searches drop by about 20%. And get this, it's the most valuable, high-spending customers who are changing their habits the fastest.
I know, AI is killing the web. It sounds super dramatic, right? But this quote from The Economist is actually spot on. Traditional web traffic is falling because people are just turning to AI for their answers instead of clicking through a bunch of links. For any brand that spent years building up its online presence, this is a huge deal.
So, what's the strategic takeaway here? Well, a really fascinating study from Boston University gives us a huge clue. They compared two platforms that developers love. Traffic to Stack Overflow, a site for getting technical answers, just plummeted after ChatGPT came out. But traffic to developer communities on Reddit, which is a platform for discussion, it was totally unaffected. The lesson is crystal clear. If your brand is just about handing out information, you are vulnerable. But if it's built on a real community and shared experiences, you've got a much, much stronger defense. Okay, so if the old rules are breaking down, what do we do now? This is where we have to shift from the world we all know, search engine optimization, to this new frontier called GEO. Say hello to GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. This is the new playbook, folks. It's not about keywords and backlinks anymore. It's all about structuring your content and your data so that generative AI systems, like ChatGPT or Gemini, can easily find it, understand it, and most importantly, recommend your products in their answers. This table just makes the difference so clear. The old world of SEO was all about keywords, link building, and metadata, tricks to please search engine crawlers. But the new world of Geo, it's all about optimizing for AI comprehension. Things like highly structured data, super comprehensive content, and clear categorization. That's what wins the game now.
All right, as disruptive as that first revolution is, the second one, it takes things to a whole other level. We're now moving past AI as just a research tool and into a world where the AI itself is the customer. Now, to really get this, we have to understand a key difference that marketers sometimes blur. A consumer is the person who uses a product, but a customer is the one who makes the purchase decision. Like parents buying toys for their kids or a doctor choosing a medicine for a patient. The user and the decider are not always the same person. And that opens the door for an AI to become the customer, making decisions on behalf of a human consumer. And this isn't some far-off sci-fi concept. Just imagine telling your AI assistant this simple command. The AI does all the research, compares the specs, weighs the trade-offs, and then just places the order. You, the human, never once had to visit a website or read a single review. So think about what that means. The entire customer journey, from awareness all the way to purchase, can now happen completely inside an AI's system. The human just becomes the end user. This fundamentally changes the entire game for marketing and sales. And here's where it gets really wild. You'd think these AI customers would be purely rational, right? Nope. Research from Columbia and Yale is uncovering this strange new field of bot psychology. Just like us, AI models have biases. When you show them a top row of products, GPT models tend to pick the one on the far left. Claude actually prefers the one in the middle. And Gemini? It favors the right side. Marketing to an algorithm now means understanding its unique and honestly pretty counterintuitive quirks.
Okay, so with all this crazy stuff happening so fast, it's easy to feel a little overwhelmed. So, what can business and marketing leaders actually do to get ready for this new reality? Let's break down the actionable steps.
First, you have to audit your reliance on traditional search traffic. Figure out where you're vulnerable. Second, start building in-house geo expertise right away. Don't wait. Then, you've got to double down on what AI can't copy: real community and unique customer experiences. You also need to start structuring your product data so it's clean and ready for an AI to evaluate. Keep a close eye on the latest research because this space is changing weekly, and you'll have to rethink your content so that it speaks to both humans and AI. And finally, and this might be the most important part, this has to be treated as a company-wide leadership issue, not just some problem for the marketing department to solve.
It's so easy to look at all this change and just see a threat, but I love how the source article frames it. Yes, we are heading into a period of massive uncertainty and a whole lot of experimentation, but for the companies that get this right, that uncertainty is exactly where the biggest opportunities are going to be found.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Think about the brands you love, the ones you buy from every day. Are they just pushing information that an AI could easily replace? Or are they building something deeper? Are they actually prepared for the day their most important new customer isn't a person, but an algorithm?